Good afternoon everyone, and once again welcome back you all to the online classes. And today we are going to start the fifth chapter from your science part, that is food and nutrition. And today we are going to start the first chapter from your fifth unit of the science, that is health is wealth. So just you can observe the heading of the chapter, that is health is wealth. So you might have know about this phrase. So everywhere you are using this, the health is wealth. So see, just imagine if you are having the property of crows together, and if your health is not good, then what you will do with that property, right? So you are having the property of in terms of crows, but you are not able to enjoy with all that due to the bad condition of the health. Then what is the use of all that, right? So only we can enjoy our life, only we can lead our life with full of happiness only when we are healthy. So what we call health is wealth, right? So then when we are not functioning normally, right? So usually we are not function normally. We means our mind or any of our body organs. If they are not functions properly, or if they are not function in the normal manner, then we can say that the health is absent, and that condition we call the disease. Okay. So disease, it is a condition of the body when if it does not work in the normal manner. It is a condition of the body or a mind. You can say not only the body, even it is mind also. When our body organs or mind, if it does not work or functions normally in the normal manner, then we can say that condition as the disease. Okay. And here in the disease there are these diseases may be caused due to some of the bacteria, fungus, or by the protozoa. So many diseases. Some of the disease, the causative agents we can call. Okay. And some diseases, they can spread from one person to another, and we call it as the communicable disease. So it will communicate from one person to another person. It will transfer or it will spread from one person to another person. So that we call as communicable disease. So about this you have learned in your previous standard. Again in this chapter we are going to discuss about this in detail. Okay. So now let me begin the chapter, that is health is wealth. Okay. And see, we know that the disease, it means the disease, it means the condition of the person when the body or mind is unable to function in a normal manner. And Louis Pasteur he was a French scientist. He was a French scientist, the Louis Pasteur. He showed that some particular microorganisms, microbes or germs causes the disease. So Louis Pasteur, he was a French scientist, and who showed that the typical or the particular microorganisms disease. Causes disease. So disease will not means we know that when the disease is a condition of a person's body or mind when it functions when it does not functions in a normal manner, that condition we call as the disease. And diseases can be spread from the water, food or through the air. From the many like these agents we can get the diseases. And if the diseases are spread from one person to another, we call that as the communicable disease. Then how these diseases cause? Yes, they are spread through that, they are the agents. So all through these agents like air, water and by the food or from the person to person, the diseases, the microbes can be carried. Yes, the diseases can be spread through that. And what are the actual causes? What are the actual cause to bring the disease? Yes, they are the microorganisms, microbes or germs. So these particular microorganisms are there, and many every day you can heard about the many diseases. So particular disease, they are causing some certain diseases in a person or in the body. So firstly he showed the Louis Pasteur. He was a French scientist. He showed the first time that the particular microorganisms or microbes or germs that causes diseases in the body. So then what is disease? So just take the definition of the disease. So disease, we can divide it into two. So here the dis plus ease. Okay, so this is equal to disease. So which means the lack of ease. Okay, so when we are not, when our condition is not normal, so that we can call the disease. Okay, so now how can we define the disease? You just write the definition after the explanation. So disease is a condition when some of the body processes, disease is a condition when some of the body processes, when some of the body processes start malfunctioning affecting overall well-being of the body, overall well-being of the body. So this is called the disease. So here the disease is a condition when some of the body processes, start malfunctioning. Malfunctioning means lack in functioning, or if it does not function properly, or if the body organs, if they does not function in the normal manner. Okay, that is what we call as the this is causing organisms. We can also call the pathogens. So pathogen is anything that can cause a disease. Pathogen is anything that can cause a disease. So pathogens are the anything so that can cause the disease. If they enter to the body, so they cause the disease. So for example, we can say the fungi, bacteria, or the virus, okay, and some worms. So these are all we can say the pathogens and which can causes the disease, right? So pathogen is anything that can cause a disease. So if the entry of all these, either it is a worm, virus, bacteria or fungi, whatever it is, these are called the pathogens, and when they enter into our body, they causes particular diseases because they are the particular microorganisms or the microbes, so that we call as the pathogens, and these pathogens cause certain diseases in our body. Okay, and see, the diseases can be of two types. The diseases can be of two types. So now I will tell the classification of diseases. So disease can be classified into two types. One is, that is depending on the spread of the disease, the mode of spreading the disease. So these diseases can be classified into two types. One is communicable disease. Communicable disease and non-communicable disease. Communicable disease and non-communicable disease. So there are two types of diseases. One is communicable disease and another one is non-communicable disease. So the communicable disease can be, say that, so this can be defined as, here the communicable diseases, the name itself indicates they communicate, means the diseases which can be spread from one person to another or which can be transferred from one person to another, they are called as communicable disease. So they will spread from one person to another. For example, say, suppose if a person is having the cold, it's the common cold we can take. If the person is having the cold, so when he sneezes, the disease causing microbes will be expelled out. Yes, when we are sneezing. Suppose if I am having the cold and when I sneeze, so when I they can spread from one person to another by certain pathogens or germs. So I said the example of common cold. So when we sneeze, we expel some microorganisms. They are the what? Germs. We expel some germs or pathogens out. So when they enter to the body, into the body of another person, so they cause the disease in them also. So these communicable diseases, they can spread from one person to another by certain pathogens or germs. And these communicable diseases, they are also called infectious. These are also called infectious disease, or they can also call the contagious disease. Contagious disease. Okay. The communicable diseases, they are also called as infectious or contagious disease. Okay. Communicable disease. Other names of communicable disease are infectious or contagious diseases. Okay. And these communicable diseases, they can be spread from one person to another through the microorganisms or through certain kinds of pathogens or germs. So they are the communicable disease. And the non-communicable disease, so these are the kind of diseases, they are not spread from one person to another person, but they can be caused due to the improper food, by improper diet. They can be caused the non-communicable diseases. They can be affected by improper diet, or improper functioning of organs, improper functioning of organs means the body organs, or the harmful chemicals, or by harmful chemicals, or it can also cause, they can also affected by the heredity. Many a times, many diseases are transferred hereditary from one generation to another. Suppose if your father is having some disease, for example, say the sugar, okay, it will be by hereditary, it will come to the next generation also. If somebody are having the white hair, so that will transfer to the next generation also. So likewise, some are hereditary, so they will be transferred from generation to generation. So likewise, so these non-communicable diseases, they will not spread from person to person, but they can cause by improper diet. If there is anything in the food, so improper, if we are not eating properly, or if we eat, sometimes we eat very little, or many times we eat excessively, so by the improper diet, sometimes we may get any diseases. And by improper function of organs, if any organs are not functioning well, if any organs are damaged in the body, so that time the body organs, they do not function properly, and if they do not function in the normal manner, then we can suffer from some diseases. And also by harmful chemicals. So sometimes when we are eating some the seafood and also some fishes or fruits and they can cause due to these reasons. So these are the two types of diseases. One is communicable disease and another one is non-communicable disease. So communicable disease, it spread from one person to another and by certain pathogens or germs. And the non-communicable disease, they are not spread from one person to another person, but they can cause due to the improper diet or improper functioning of the body organs, or by hereditary, or by consuming some harmful chemicals. So these are about the two types of diseases. And now we can discuss about the communicable disease. So some of the causative agents or pathogens we can discuss. The communicable disease. Communicable diseases. So communicable diseases, just now only I have explained the diseases that can be spread from one person to another through certain pathogens or germs. So it is called the communicable disease. And now we can discuss the causative agents. Causative agents or pathogens. Causative agents, or we can say pathogens. So here we can discuss. Now we understood that these diseases, they are spread from one person to another, and many diseases. So these are spread from one person to another person by certain pathogens. Okay. So those pathogens, they may be the fungi, or they may be the protozoa, or they may be some other the viruses, right? So likewise, they will be causes. These the pathogens. So they cause different or some particular diseases in the body, and also many worms, yes, and also some small animals also, and even by the insects also we get the diseases, and they are all what? The causative agents. So suppose if a person got a disease by some microorganism, and from that person the disease can be spread to the another person. So likewise, the pathogens, the particular pathogen which enter the body of the person, so the same person can affect the other person also. That is the reason what we call as the infectious disease or the contagious disease, right? So now we can discuss some of the causative agents and the diseases. Okay. So here, so now I will draw the table here. You can also write these in your textbook. Make two columns. Okay. Likewise, you can make two columns. So in the first column, you just write microscopic organism. So these pathogens, they are called the microscopic organism because we are not able to see them through our naked eyes. We can only observe them under the microscope. So that we can call them as the microscopic organisms. And the diseases caused by the microscopic organisms. Okay. So already I said the causative agents such as the bacteria, fungi, protozoa, dysentery we can all know. Usually some in the small age people, so this is common dysentery. If any indigestion takes place, it will have these causes. And the cholera and the diphtheria, which is regarding the throat, and the food poisoning. So if the food is spoiled and unknowingly if we eat or anything is mixed with the food, so the food poison it can cause, and it mainly it leads to the stomach upset. And the tetanus, tuberculosis, the TB, which is regarding the respiratory system, so the breathing problems. And the typhoid, you know that this typhoid is the when we get the fevers, so high fever and all, we can get the typhoid. And the plague and the whooping cough. So whooping cough, here we can, the people can cough continuously, so that is what we can call the whooping cough. So these are some diseases which are caused due to the bacteria. And now the second one, the fungi, microscopic organism. It is fungi. So the singular, we can fungi, if it is more, we can say the fungi. So the singular form we can call the fungus. And the fungus can cause the athlete's foot and ringworm. Athlete's foot and ringworm. So these are caused due to the fungi. So athlete's foot means here in between the gaps of the toes. So there we can get some itches. So that we call as athlete's foot. And the ringworm, some round patches will be occur on the body. So they are the ringworms. So redness, rashes will be, and it will cause the rashes and all. So that is what the ringworm. So these are caused due to the fungi. And the next one is the protozoa. So these protozoa causes the amoebic dysentery, and also it causes the disease known as malaria and sleeping sickness. Malaria and sleeping sickness. So this amoebic dysentery, it is caused by the protozoa. So when we eat the food such as some seafood or fishes and all, so when the water is contaminated, and if we eat the seafood of the contaminated water, then we get the amoebic dysentery. Or we can also get it from when we have not washed the vegetables and fruits. And also even if we wash with the contaminated water, then we get the amoebic dysentery. And also the malaria, you know that it is caused due to the mosquitoes. And the sleeping sickness, so there the people, they might not get the proper sleep, so that this is caused due to the protozoa. And then the last one, it is virus. So viruses are the microscopic organisms, and they cause the AIDS and the chicken pox in the small children, chicken pox. And it can cause the common cold, German measles, and it can also cause hepatitis and jaundice. And it can also cause the influenza mumps and rabies. So these are the diseases which are caused due to the virus. So the AIDS, which is caused due to the viruses by the improper sex, and the chicken pox. So this chicken pox we can see in the small children, and the common cold. Yes, it is common. Cold is common, and this is by the viruses, and the German measles, hepatitis and jaundice, influenza, the flu, mumps. In Kannada we can say mangalbao curriculum. So here it bulges. Mumps and the rabies, which is caused due to the bite of the dog. So in the saliva of the dog, some viruses will be present. So that causes the rabies. So these are some microscopic organisms, the microbes or pathogens, and these are the diseases which are caused due to these microscopic organisms. So this is what the communicable disease and the causative agents of the pathogen. And see one more fact file, and even other causative agents are also there, such as the worms, some of the pinworms and some other worms, and also some small animals such as mites and all. So by that also we can get some communicable diseases. And the one fact file I wanted to share with that, the smallpox. The smallpox, it is a communicable disease. Smallpox. So in Kannada we can call Siduguru. Okay. So the smallpox, when it affects the person, so it is a communicable disease. And this smallpox was eradicated in the year of 1980. It was completely eradicated in the world in the year of 1980, and I will show you in this. It is globally. Yes, it was globally eradicated in the year of 1980. So here you can see the government agencies, that is the government directors. So here these are the directors of the Global Smallpox Eradication Program. So many people were affected by this disease. So that is the smallpox, and the smallpox was the first disease. It was the first disease to be eradicated from the world through the health of the public and the vaccinations. So through the vaccine, so the first disease which was globally eradicated in the 1980, that is the smallpox. Eradicated means completely worldwide. Idee prapanchadolagane first nirmulane madidanta disease, that is the smallpox in the year of 1980 by the vaccine. So this is about the communicable disease and the positive agents of the communicable disease. And with this I will conclude my today's class, and in the next class we can discuss how these diseases can spread. Okay. So now we can discuss about the causative agents. So by other such agents, how these bacteria or fungi or the microscopic organisms, how they enter into the human body through the different agents. So that we can discuss in the next class. So with this I will conclude my today's class. I hope you have understood this, and even though if you have any doubts regarding this, you can contact me and clarify your doubts. Thank you.